Daily December Art Candy, number 27. Or I think this time it's more like an art vegetable. You'll see. Or maybe you already know because you clicked on this video. Check. Fail 100 times. How do you feel about the language of that? A friend of mine told me that she's going to do that. She's going to plan to fail 100 times. And it is specific to art applications, which is also what I would like to do. And we were talking about this with another friend who is really just very good at manifesting things in her life. And of course, the way that we frame something in our mind has an enormous impact on our success. And yet, this concept of fail 100 times really appeals to me in a certain way. I feel like there is so much to learn about applying for, fellowships, grants, group shows, etc. And there's so much that I don't know. And what I really need is just a lot of experience, or as they say, a lot of reps. So, of course, there are going to be times where I don't get the thing that I apply for. And there is something about just the freedom of, not just I didn't succeed, guess I learned something, but like, haha, yeah, this is my goal, like, yay, just a little tiny jolt of dopamine because you succeeded at something that's counterintuitive. So it's almost like a rewiring of your brain for more boldness. You know what I mean? So I think that's why I like it. And because I do have this kind of out of sight, out of mind brain, I decided to make a giant checkbox thing so that I would document everything that I did and keep track of everything so that I can cross them off or something each time I fail. Now, do you have a different word for that? Let me know in the comments. What do you think? Does that bother you as well? I am like, I can go either way. Like right now I'm saying fail, but if I had a word that worked as well as that one, I would totally use it. Something that's just as powerful and decisive and kind of like warrior-like, that's what I'm looking for. Like, I don't want try 100 times, blah, whatever, you know what I mean? And I don't even want succeed 100 times because like, yeah, that's going to happen. That's going to happen, sure. But like for now, I'm learning. I guess it could be learn 100 times, but again, that just feels very vague. But fail is so decisive, It's like, I tried to do this thing and I didn't get in, And I assume that there might be some things that I try to get into and I don't get in, but then maybe I try again and then I do get in, or I try again 7 times and I get in. So I'm really into this. So here is the thing that I made. I'll show you. I decided to put it on just an inexpensive canvas, and I, with a ruler, made actually 120 squares because this is a rectangle, and I decided that part of my optimistic mindset would be, I have to do 120 squares because if I fail 100 times, if I try 100 times, I won't fail every time. So I better make some squares for those times when I make it. And so apparently, according to this rectangle, I'm going to fail 100 times, but I'm going to get 20 awesome things. But like maybe I'll fail at failing 100 times and I'll get even more things than 20 things as soon as I fill up this square or this rectangle. So, so far I have 3 written in here, but I'm realizing right now that I had not actually written in the most recent thing that I applied for, which is that giant painting that's over here, the Go Big or Go Home submission. So I need to write that one in. And I also want to ask your opinion about one more thing. Do you think I should, so what I've done here is I'm writing the date of the thing that I did, and then I'm writing down the thing that it is. And then do you think I should have like a special symbol for if I get it and if I don't get it? I'm thinking if I am not accepted into the thing, or if I don't receive the thing, that maybe I should do a slash. And then if I do get the thing, I should do a circle. That seems pretty simple. I don't know. Do you have any other ideas? Any bullet journal people out there? Like bullet journals are so effective, but yeah, like I know, and there's also some really great symbols in there. So yeah, so I'm gonna write that in, and I would love it if you joined me in this adventure this year. And I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get to 100 things in 2025, but I mean, I started, you know, before 2025, but it would be really interesting to see, could I fill this up? If I filled this up in a year, that would mean, let's see, there are 52 weeks in a year, so I guess that means I'd be applying to an average of like 2 things a week, maybe. But I wanted to tell you of a couple of ideas. If you wanted to try failing 100 times applying for things such as group shows, grants, etc., there are a few resources that you can look up in terms of opportunities. And I definitely know some that are in the States, like CAFE, which is what does it stand for? Call for Entry, I think. Which is sort of a compendium of all of these different opportunities around the United States. And some of them are local to different regions, and some of them are national or even international, I believe. And so I will list a few down below in the description so that you can have that as a resource if you would like to try this as well. I also want to tell you that I drew a name from the entries for the giveaway that was from the other day. Remember, there is an art and gift pairing inside here, wrapped in bubble wrap, ready to be mailed off. And I used, what's it called? Numbergenerator.org. So I listed out the people who had entered and put the number next to their name. And then I drew, and then I went into numbergenerator.org and said, okay, give me a random number between 1 and 9. And the number that it picked was number 8. And that is Tracy West of Life in the Wylde West. And this is great because, first of all, I have been wanting to tell you about her channel because she's also on YouTube. So that's really cool. Here's why I wanted to talk about Tracy. So she is a true artist in her life. She films her life in a way that is so heartwarming and cozy, and just listening to her talk to you just makes you feel a little bit better. But she just sees beauty in everything, and she just has this lovely life that she makes lovely. Do you know what I mean? Because she's a lovely person. And she has, like, I think that, you know, those of us who are YouTubing are like, I've got to find my niche, blah, blah. You know, I've got to be a channel that does X. And one of Tracy's self-processed challenges is that she wants to do more than one thing, and she wants to share more than one thing. And so she's concerned that the algorithm isn't finding her, which to me is such a shame because oh man, just a delightful place to kind of hang out, perhaps like listen to while you're doing art or having your morning tea kind of vibes. So check her out, and I will go check out a way to figure out what her mailing address is. So Tracy, if you're watching this, you can email me at colortheory@annelivingston.com if you like, and give me your mailing address, and I'm gonna mail this down to where you are because I believe you're in California. So yay to that. And thank you to everybody who had entered some kind of comment to that post because, well, really, thank you for all of your comments generally. It really keeps me going, I gotta say. I feel like I'm really developing relationships with people here and with you. And I just, this has just turned into, like, thinking about like 100 failures. This has turned into one of the joys of my year to do this channel and to get to know you better and to share things with you. And I'm looking forward to doing more in the new year. So that's very exciting. So what I'd love to hear from you in the comments now is, 1, do you have a different word for fail that you like? 2, do you like the idea of the splashes and the circles for each entry? And 3, most importantly, do you think you might want to try and do this with me? So, to be continued. See you tomorrow.